Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Apple, Amazon, and Netflix. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, they're free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, you're looking for a new broker, check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. Give them a call, tell them StockBookie sent you, and you're done. All right guys, so daily chart. What is it? 17 million on the day, $2.59 green, or 1.49% up on the day. So here we are. We came off this bottom, all the news, popped up, came back in, held the 750 retrace, came under these low pivots too here. Was there a no, it didn't fill a gap, but it might have filled here. There was a gap down here that we were looking for, never made it. Pops right back up. More news, chopping around, back to the 750 on the upside now, coming from this high pivot to that low pivot with a Fibonacci level. So 750, you're back above all the moving averages, so a little bit stronger stance, and you've been chopping around for 7 days. So this thing could possibly pop and go into the gap fill or the 186.12 area, guys. So let's keep an eye on this one. And then the 20 MA is curling in the price. Yeah, it's a good setup, but still down, still sideways. Still in this gap window. That's what's holding this thing down. And you got the gap fill here. And let's see if we took. No, it's above it now. So, news driven right now, guys. Facebook's the best thing now. You better get in it, buy the dip mentality, and all that good stuff. Let's look at the weekly though. Not the 60. We're going to go to the weekly chart. So weekly chart, yeah, look at that inside bar. Look at that. It clawed its way all the way up to, gosh, it's amazing. Look at that chart, guys. This is the area we were talking about, the 176. It pretty much closed right. Actually, the high of the day, 177.17. Last is one. Okay, so it's still closed below this inside bar on this big bearish candle here, and I love this retrace, guys. So we'll see what happens with this 1750 big gap window. You have the gap fill up here, so we could go up a little bit more. They got now Buffett's in it, so or Buffett's in Apple, I should say. So everything's going to start going up, guys. Techs and tech still. Don't worry, buy the dip. So buy the dip mentality, still strong, guys. Goes right back up. So this is where it's holding here, and again, Apple saved the day, guys. Saved the market, saved everything, and then Buffett. So if you follow me on Stock Twitch, I've been making fun of the $100 billion buyback. I told everyone you're going to get upgrades, and then I said Warren B is going to be up on Monday. I was a day late. So brought him out early today, and oh man, he bought Apple, all right. That's going to get everyone to buy in. If Buffett bought Apple, that means it's probably going to go higher. So let's buy it at the highs. Wow. Anyways, I've been telling people to take profits. And yeah, down here I was telling people take it at 140, 150, and it's a little bit higher. But when it comes down and we're back down to 120 again, you could buy the dip and then ride it possibly back up. If we do catch this down here at one point on the weekly, this will be a pretty good area of support around the 115 area or the 200 MA at 120. Weekly volume disappearing. What do? Go straight up. Monthly chart though, let's look at that real quick. Monthly still a little bit stretched. 20 MA would be target price at 157, so about 20 bucks lower. If that cracks, then we're going right down here. Like I said, the 115 area or 118.39, right where the 50 MA is. I love this area. Gosh, if we come down in here, we'll be going long finally. We've been going long here and there though, guys, a little bit more than we have. But again, great inside bar. Monthly chart as well. Monthly we have to wait for the close, but you never know. And the volume today, 17 million. Not the best, not the worst, but we'll take it, I guess, right? All right, let's look at Apple. We're going to go through these pretty quick today, guys. We have some great trades today in the room. Not in the room. We're going to do a live room soon, but oh my gosh, guys, we had a WTW trade. We took shares short, and we did short calls that made, where was it? We shorted them at, where is it? 680. We covered at 265. It was a nice trade, guys. Unbelievable. One day, whatever, 4 or 5 hours, whatever, boom, done. Now Apple, guys, we're back to the all-time high. We're barely held it today. We do have this trend line too coming from way back in the day as well, so that's going to be an area of, I'm going to stick it right there then. It's going to be an area of resistance as well. It tries to get above, comes in, tries to get above, comes in, tries to get above, comes in, chops, tries to get above. This is a hell of a run for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, guys, into major double top. So let's see if this thing holds next week. I'm following most of the weekly closes on these markets because these moves are so, look at this, cranking down, cranking up, cranking down, cranking down, cranking up. It's just really wild, guys. It's easier to follow on the weekly chart. Weekly chart, though, we closed above the all-time high. We're right there, guys. Here's that trend line that I just had. Right back into it. Look at that weekly bar. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, these are some pretty good moves. 180 down to 150, back to 183, down to 160, now back to 183. Wow. But still kind of holding, still kind of stepping up, so it's not bad. So we'll have to see what next week brings on this one. Where was the volume today? Did we have good volume? We better. Yeah, it was good, but not as good as the other day. Gosh, still weak. Look at the volume, though, on the up move. Save Apple, save the markets, guys. Holy cow. Weekly chart, like I said, big candle there. Let's go to the monthly. Monthly, like everything else, guys, stretched 151 at target, $30 drop at least. If the markets start to go, this thing's even going to fall further. The upside, you're probably going to go to 200 if it does start to move. And if it does, great. We'll be waiting for it up here to do something else. Apple, it is the leader. They had to get this thing going, and you look at the volume, you look at the trends, it is getting light in here on the monthly chart at least. But, we're still floating. But again, we're still stretched. I still think we could get to this 120 area down in here. Gap fill 121.46 on Apple. So guys, congrats on the longs. I would be taking something off the table. If this thing comes straight back down, you could get another 20 bucks. Boom, you do it again. Even if you average 20 bucks on this, take the profit, do the same amount of shares that you had up here. Boom, take the money, and then get back in 20 bucks cheaper. So not that it's going to go straight down, but markets pull back. This thing's going to go down. Period. You have a little W here that could take off. We're going to have to keep an eye on this one, Apple. So volume was okay today, nothing special. Amazon. Everything pretty much followed Apple, guys. Amazon was up a little tiny bit, but great bearish pattern here, guys. This plays out. We're going to be going. I love that we came up, faded on earnings, holding this pivot high here. You have these 250 from a bigger retrace and the 250 from this retrace from this high to this low. So that's what it's pretty much holding right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days sideways. MA's curling in the price. But Amazon holding strong, guys. It's up here. You get the hype, you get everybody, then they put them on, Warren Buffett on, whatever this guy's name is, the owner or the CEO of this company, Bezos or whatever. It's like, oh, another buyback, just all the stuff. Look, listen to Apple, $100 billion buyback, like 4 upgrades, and Warren Buffett backing it. And it just got to the all-time high again. I mean, this thing should be a $250 stock by now. So, it just goes up, up, up and away, guys, just like Amazon. So it's holding this area, guys. This was the old breakdown area. Comes in, breaks down again. So let's keep an eye on this pattern. If the MAs cross over, then they could possibly push this higher. So let's watch into next week and see what happens, especially on the weekly close. See what happens on the weekly close here. Yeah, it's still up there. Still didn't, didn't close above the all-time highs or anything, but God, I've seen this many times. Comes in, pulls back, goes back to the highs. Everyone rejoices, and then the next slam down. So let's keep an eye on this one as well. And still a high flyer, guys. Still 14.19 would be my target on the weekly. If this thing starts coming in, if it goes up, then you're looking at the all-time highs, and then possibly, it's going to have to do 1650, 1700 if it does go higher. Monthly chart. Monthly chart still stretched. 1083, 1100 would be my area. This is just ridiculous. Gosh. It just stocks like this, that's just a disaster, guys. Monthly high flyer. I don't care if it's Amazon, it's coming in eventually. And so if you want to short, if you're not short Amazon, short it up here. If you do puts, you're going to have to go probably a couple months out at least 3 to 4 months out, maybe even more. It is Amazon, guys. So knowing that this thing could just stay here. So it's just tough. I would do shares, small position, no more than 10% of your total portfolio. With this one, I would do 5 and just set it and forget it. Eventually, if it pulls back a couple hundred points, take the profit and say thank you very much. So monthly chart stretch with Amazon. It's we have to see how much more news can pump this thing up. NFLX, it's just insane. Same thing. Look at this monthly chart. Oh my gosh. Same thing. See where it got stretched here? Comes back in. See where it gets stretched here? It's like, oh, and then they pop it up for months. My gosh, look at this thing. You see a little bit better there. Stretched, pulls back, stretched, pulls back, stretched, pulls back. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna, watch 3M, watch Caterpillar, watch those stocks. It looks like they're trying to get the turds to run. Like the GoPros, those to run, the Twitters. Oh, look at Twitter. Oh gosh. That's when all the rest of them were high, so they got to pick on other stocks to get a little bit more out of them, these money managers. Well, let's run Twitter. Twitter was once a whatever price target. We could go another 40 or whatever. Netflix too. Holy cow. Crazy stuff, guys. But Netflix daily chart, pops up, comes back in, gets above this area, never confirms, retraces back down, fills the gap, holding this area, great downward sideways inside bar, gets back above the 20 and the 50 and the 200 MA, so it's a bullish stance, but you're inside this bar still chopping around. We did close right above it. Oh gosh, we're right on top of it. So the high of the day here was 320.25. Last 320, so it did not close above it. So we're still intact with this little slight bearish pattern. It is Netflix still. They're getting the bid with everything else today. It was an overall market trade, guys. SPY, IWM, Qs go up. Everything pretty much goes up with it, unless you have earnings or something bad going on with news. Then you can have a little bit of a red day. So there was a couple red stocks. Lulu was red. Mealy was red. Lope was red. KSS was red. There's a couple out there. So just keep an eye on this one. Let's see what it does. Let's go to the weekly since it's the Friday close. Weekly's okay. Still inside this bar. Just kind of chopping around. Up. Retrace. Up. Does it retrace one more time? A little bit stretched from the 20 MA and the 50. That's the only reason I don't like. I guess it could go to double top, but if anything, I'd be interested in shorting these. I can't go long after this thing's made a run like this. I just can't. Sorry, guys. So I wait for the retrace and try to go short. If they squeeze me, they squeeze me. That's why you take, money management critical in these markets, guys. But look at this. This is stretched. Gosh, 200. Oh, my gosh. Oh, there's so many of these stocks, charts like this. Look at this. Stocks just don't. That's straight up. Stocks, you want just kind of, steady growth, not a straight up Eiffel Tower, guys. So keep an eye on these high flyers. CW came in, EL came in. What else? What else came in? There's a couple other ones that have been falling. 3M, we finally got out of that one. But as well as we're going into earnings, taking our time, hopefully the markets pull back more. Some of these have good earnings, some have bad earnings. The trades that we have out there where we set and forget, those are okay. All money management, stuff like that, guys. So that is so critical in markets like this. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for these four. If you like the videos, like I said, go down to the bottom right-hand corner and subscribe. And thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully I'm helping some of you guys out there. If you have any questions or comments, send me an email at stockbookie@gmail.com. I'll answer it as quickly as possible, sometimes same day. But give me a little bit of time, guys. I'm super slammed over here. So, again, guys, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. God bless. See you on the charts.